When foreigners come to Japan and see pachinko, they think it's strange. They often ask, why are there so many pachinko in Japan? I thought gambling was prohibited by Japanese law. So today, I'll talk about the hidden side to pachinko. After watching this video, you'll understand why it is allowed in Japan. Meshida jokes about Japan. Hey guys, it's Meshida. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm a comedian and I introduce funny Japanese culture. If you are interested in that, please subscribe to my channel.
Meshida.
Pachinko is a type of gambling machine in Japan. The customer exchanges money for little silver balls which can be put into the pachinko machine. If they pocket a ball into a specific hole, they can spin the roulette wheel. Then, if you win, you can get a lot of silver balls that you can exchange for a gift or money. Abroad, this is called gambling. But in Japan, even though people can win money, pachinko is recognized as a game. So, if we were to translate it into English, we would say pachinko game machine. It's categorized in the same group as billiards. You could say that Japanese never gamble in pachinko stores. We are just playing a game or polishing our skills. It gives us a break from polishing our souls. It's said the origin of pachinko is pinball from America. In 1920, an American toy company introduced a pinball game to Japan, and based on it, we created our own original version. First, it was only for kids, but we realized it could be popular with adults too. Then, in 1925, the first pachinko store aimed at adults opened. The tradition of making kids games for adults and finding they enjoy it more than kids can be seen in Japan nowadays as Halloween. So in Japan, pachinko has a history of almost 100 years, the same as the Chinese Communist Party. This is because they can both exploit people well.
Meshida.
Nowadays, pachinko industry is shrinking rapidly, especially in 2020. We had the coronavirus and many pachinko stores were closed. At its peak, in 1995, there were almost 18,000 pachinko stores in Japan, and their sales reached 30 trillion yen. To my surprise, at that time, the number of pachinko players was over 20 million people. Pachinko became our national game. In the age of samurai, they trained hard every day at grabbing the katana or samurai sword. That spirit has been inherited. Many Japanese people train hard every day at grabbing the pachinko handle instead of the katana. In 2020, the number of pachinko stores decreased to almost 9,200. The industry sales were 20 trillion yen. Compared to when it was at its peak, the pachinko industry has been shrinking. The pachinko market is the biggest market in the leisure industry, which includes tourism, sports, and restaurants in Japan. Even then, they still have a 30% of share in that industry. So, you could say, pachinko is a #1 leisure activity in Japan. Surprisingly, there are still 10 million pachinko players. It's said we also have almost 10 million jogging and marathon runners. I highly doubt that Venn diagrams has any overlap.
Meshida.
Basically, gambling is illegal in Japan. It's prohibited by criminal law. Our criminal law defines gambling as the act of betting money on something that was decided by chance. However, there are several exceptions, including horse racing and certain motorsports. Public sports lotteries and toto, our football pools, are held under a special law to increase the income of the national and local governments, as well as to offer a form of entertainment. These are all legal, government-controlled gambling. Of course, pachinko is not categorized as government-controlled gambling, but why can they open stores? Because they use santen hoshiki or the free shop system to circumvent gambling laws. The three shops are the pachinko store, cage cashier, and wholesaler. If pachinko stores cash the silver balls, it's definitely illegal. So instead of doing that, they exchange the balls for gifts. Then customers can cash in the gifts at the cage cashier outside. And after that, a wholesaler buys the gifts and returns them to the pachinko stores. This gives them the loophole that the pachinko stores only give customers gifts, and the cage cashier are the ones to exchange the gifts for money. So it's not breaking the law, even though it says 95% of customers exchange the balls for money. To be honest, I think pachinko is not gambling because it's obvious if you look at our criminal law. Remember? They define gambling as the act of betting money on something that was decided by chance. It's well known that some pachinko stores control their pachinko machines illegally. Pachinko is definitely not gambling because it is not decided by chance.
飯だ
This three-shop system is a gray zone and it's very vague. So it depends on the police's judgment. In other words, the police can decide on everything by themselves. So nowadays, there are many pachinko stores open, and it means the police are allowing them to do business. There are two main reasons. One, many police officers are retired into high-ranking positions in the pachinko industry. And two, police control the pachinko industry as an authority agency. So they organize the Security Electronics and Communications Technology Association, and they give them permission to open new pachinko stores and judge whether or not new pachinko machines are appropriate. Police get a lot of profit from the pachinko industry, and so they let them open. Pachinko is not categorized as government-controlled gambling. It's categorized as police-controlled gambling. Then, our police protect our citizens from people who are devastated by losing money at the pachinko.
飯だ
Not only the police, but some politicians profit from the pachinko industry. More than 200,000 people are working in the pachinko industry. From a politician's point of view, the pachinko industry is the ideal industry because if they give them benefits, they can get a lot of political donations and votes. The police try to profit from the pachinko industry, but some politicians also watch over it. And when the police try to put strict restrictions in place, the politicians help out the pachinko industry. Some politicians get political donations from the pachinko industry, or should that be the addicted people exploited by the pachinko industry. They then use those donations to carry out political work to enrich the lives of the people.
飯だ
It said almost 80% of pachinko-related companies' owners are Koreans in Japan. The reason why most of the owners are Koreans is because after the first pachinko boom after World War II, a lot of Japanese owners left the pachinko industry because it was regarded as shady. It is said that at that time, Koreans in Japan were discriminated against, and it was difficult for them to find jobs. So they continued working in the pachinko industry, and along with the Yakuza, they made it great again. In 1993, a politician from the Liberal Democratic Party, Kabu Muto, claimed that hundreds of billions of pachinko money is secretly sent to North Korea. And the media also reported that the pachinko stores related to the General Association of Korean Residents send money to North Korea because the pachinko industries were well known for tax evasion, and it's easy to lie about sales. If it's true, you could say that Japanese pachinko players monetarily support North Korea. So, pachinko created North Korea's missiles. Japanese people enjoy launching silver balls, and North Korea launches their gift bag by rocket.
飯だ
Under our laws, Pachinko is not recognized as gambling, but the media reports that in pachinko gambling addiction, our pachinko addiction is a big problem. I think Japanese are craftsmen, so they put in lots of effort to polish their pachinko skills. That's why in Japan, we have a professional pachinko players, our unemployed. For them, playing pachinko is their job and they work hard at it. They focus all their attention on it. It's like how sometimes they put their baby inside their car in summer and forget about it until they die. Japanese are known to be workaholics. Now, our government has decided to make casinos, and the Diet has already passed bills legalizing gambling in casinos. Some people expect that through making casinos, our government may reform the pachinko industry, especially if our politicians judge that the casino industry is more profitable than pachinko for them.
Meshida.
Thank you very much for watching this video. So what do you think about Japan's pachinko industry? So please write down your comment below, and if you liked this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. So see you soon. Bye bye.